It's the truth that in love and war, worlds collide and hearts get broken. I wanna live like I know I'm dying. Take up my cross, not be afraid. Is it true what they say? The words are weapons, and if it is, then everybody best stop stepping. Cause I got 10 in my pocket that'll bend your lock, and I'm tired of all of these walkers saying, come with me. Wait, it's just about to break. It's more than I can take. Everything's about to change. I feel it in my veins. It's not going away. Everything's about to change. Creeps in like a thief in the night, without a sign, without a warning. We are ready and prepared to fight. Raise up your swords, don't be afraid. Is it true what they say? The words are weapons, and if it is, then everybody best stop stepping. Cause I got 10 in my pocket that'll bend your lock, and I'm tired of all of these walkers saying, come with me. Wait, it's just about to break. It's more than I can take. Everything's about to change. I feel it in my veins. It's not going away. Everything's about to change. There's a war going on inside of me. To not be afraid. There's a war going on inside of me.
Corner here. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Sam Buckman.
Beaten down the outside, give the win to Patrick Spangler. He
Four, not enough. Jack Hit gets the win here at Eldora tonight.
Jackie trying to counter, won't get there. Dino wins in the 358.
flag waves, give it to the Samaconda, Sam Buckman.
Trevor Garou got the flag in sight, and he will get the victory here.
Door shut, final time off of 4. Christensen takes the checkered flag.
And it's a close race. It's going to be Shreves getting the win with Grammy.
Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves, give it to Gavin Chatham. Light some fireworks for the 007. Brockman brings home the win. The Iceman brings home the win. Give it to Chad Griggs.
The biggest week in the Coast to Coast Racing League is here, and it starts tonight. Night number 1 of 4, as we welcome you to the 7th annual Mike Westbrook Memorial 360 Nationals of Knoxville, all benefiting the Steve King Foundation. 4 nights of epic racing following the Knoxville Nationals point system. We've seen so many remarkable memories, and by Thursday night, we will know our champion and see one new memory etched into history. Night number 1 tonight is brought to you by Full Throttle Motorsports. It is prelim night, and we are so glad you could join us here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network for all the action. Marty Sakala with you alongside Zach Chapman. Zach, it's the biggest week of the year. It's finally here for Coast to Coast. What is the feeling like, first off, for you?
Man, I'm excited, Marty. This is a big one. I don't know how many nights I'm going to be here, so we're going to let it hang loose night by night, at least on my case. But man, I am excited, and we're kicking it off here with the veterans. These guys arguably excite me the most for all they've done for us. This is their time to shine, and they get a little preview here of our action here at Knoxville.
Well, I tell you what, as somebody that's been to the Knoxville Nationals once a couple of years ago, I truly know what Knoxville means in sprint car racing. And it's the biggest charity event of the year, benefiting one of the greatest charities in all, and not just sprint car racing, but also all of race, the Steve King Foundation. It's all about them this entire week. Well, this is our first race of the night before prelim night officially begins. We will be locking one driver into the show, our first driver into the show, and that is, of course, the Vets and First Responders Provisional. Of course, it's a tradition, the Coast to Coast Racing League, with a lot of first responders and military personnel. As qualifying gets underway, I'll introduce drivers as they come along here into the field. The General, Andy Patton, in car number 87. Around Knoxville, a track where you can go wide open and at times in a 360. This Vets and First Responder Provisional race will go 20 laps. Actually, correction, will be, 20 laps, our feature with the qualifying. And the winner will get a provisional win in case they cannot make it through their prelim night, depending on a couple of factors. Number one, if they don't make it into the top, I believe it's the top 20 in points through the Knoxville Raceway point system, nor do they make it through the soup at the end of the night. So it's been a little while, so it's good to be back for the Knoxville Nationals. So. One driver left to qualify here. It is the boss, Ross Carina. Number 10.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to Patrick. That's impressive here, Marty. I mean, Patrick's always quick. No surprise there, but almost 0.3 of a second clear of the gang. That's a pretty good lap there for the high side banger, no doubt.
Spangler, a past champion of the Knoxville Nationals as well, might we add. 15.467 is his time. Followed by Andy Patton with a 15.755. Jeremy Christensen, Ross Carina, and Cole Katz, the top 5 here. Got a couple of other drivers in the roster. We'll see if they decide to show up, and they will not. So that means it's time to give you the starting lineup here for tonight. On the pole here for our Vets and First Responders Provisional, it's the high side banger, Patrick Spangler, in the 39. To the outside, the General Andy Patton starting second in car number 87. Row 2, Jeremy Christensen in the DAV number 16, with the boss Ross Carina to the outside in the number 10. The Cool Cat, Cole Katz, starts for the 5th spot in the 07. Next to him, it's Steve Maurer in the 8. Row number 4, Armando Malgoza in the 78 to the outside. Ryan Elsie in the 27. Final car on the grid, it is the Brewer to Beast, Jeff Barker, in the 513. So 9 cars make up the grid. And our first driver that's locked in to the Mike Westbrook Memorial Knoxville Nationals in just a couple moments. Gord Spangler, member of the Air Force National Guard. Andy Patton starting second from the U.S. Air Force from 1980 to 1992. Jeremy Christensen, retired from the Army Reserves in 2024, was a full-time Army member 2003 to 2017. Carina in the number 10, a volunteer firefighter for the Fisher Fire Department in Minnesota. Cole Katz at the 7, a volunteer firefighter as well in the Kinsley Fire Department in Kansas. Steve Maurer in car number 8. Of course, a first responder as well. Armando Malgoza, the U.S. Air Force from 1978 to 1984. Ryan Elsie, a current firefighter at the Lakes and Straits Fire Company in Wingate, Maryland. Finally, the bird to beast, Jeff Barker, a Marine vet from 1988 to 1994. And we thank them all for their service and sacrifice to this great nation. Well, it's good to be back for this one, as we're set to kick off the Knoxville Nationals with our first provisional race of the week. Spangler and Patton set to bring us to green. Looking. Let's go racing in Knoxville. Spangler gets out to the early race lead. Patton up in second. Christensen falls back in third. Ross Labosco right underneath on the 16 for the third spot. Lapped up one of the line here for Spangler, followed by Patton. Corinta edging out Christensen at the line for B3.
And Ross, he's trying to shop here, trying to get to that bottom step of the podium. Now, Marty, you and I both know nobody wants to use this system. Everybody wants it in their pocket just in case they need it. So, no driver wants to have to rely on this. You're going to be starting at the tail end of the feature, but you want to bank it just in case.
You don't want to use this as your plan A, so you can ride off over your list of ways. Watching Christensen and Patton second spot. Now Christensen goes up to second. Goes a little bit up the hill. Corinta tries to hold his line downstairs at the bottom. And Ross Corinta now up in the third spot past Patton. Still a triple threat match here for the front spot. Down this way, fingers for 3 and 4. Hard to the wall, no. But down the 87. I don't know how he did not recommend 87 to go back.
No, somehow able to keep it straight. And he's still close to those guys in second and third. Not close enough to throw a move here. He's going to try as he reels them back in. Going to lose them corner exit, but we may have a move here for B2. The boss looks low, slides it up. Christensen going to look back underneath. We're going to side by side down the backstretch.
Mainly to a race lead in just a moment. Both of them have closed in on the high side. Banger for the race lead, but they stay wing to wing for the 2 spot. Corinta with a big old slide job on Christensen. Had a big run as well on Spangler at the same time. This balance about being good. Attention Kmart choppers. Jeremy Christensen tried to go 2 for 1, 3 wide for just a moment here with 7 laps to the books. Here comes the boss. Slide job for the lead. He's got it for right now. Ross Corinta out the point of Knoxville.
The boss caught Patrick Spangler with his pants down there, almost like he was sitting still. Ross takes the lead, but there's still 12 laps to go. Can he hold on, or can Patrick find a way on by?
How about this, Zach? 15:83 last lap for Corinta, quickest lap of the race so far. Spangler up the wall for just a moment. I thought he was going to hit that heavily. No foul, we stay green, top 3, all one for Blake, all together, battle for 4th. Andy Patton is holding the punches of Steve Maurer and Cole Katz.
No, you know as well as I do, Marty, those front 3, there's some pretty big names. I'd rest assured pretty easy that those guys are going to race their way into the show. This battle for 4th could be very well the transfer spot. These guys need to get their elbows out. We're halfway.
After watching Maurer took the lead underneath on Patton for the 4th spot. They cost some momentum at the same time. The Cats of the 07. Softer turn 2, Cats 4th to the left. Maurer also 4th to the left. Cats thought about getting a run up to the cushion. Tries to avoid the chocolate chip at the same time. Now diamonds it off for turn number 4. Stays a car length behind though on Maurer with 8 laps to go.
Yeah, but he's still in this. He's still close. Why? Because he lifted. He lived to race another day, and Mr. Katz
Spangler
keeping it cool there. Oh,
right front damage on the 39. I thought for what he was going to go up to the wall. There's a problem on that 39. Again, damages the car. That right front is bent. He's in trouble. Christensen now up to 2nd. The high side Banger just hanging on, and Steve Maurer, by the way, Jack, has crashed with 6 laps to go. The front wing is gone on the number 8. This could bring on the yellow flag. We'll just have to see. Can he get it towed? Yes, he can. We stay green. I'll look very quickly at what happened to Maurer. Contact, Cats. Yes, there was, and it was neck hold instead.
Speaking of cats, he just tried to throw that slide job, but Andy Patton drove back around the outside, Marty. They are side by side for fourth, and Patrick Spangler taking back P2.
How about this run from Spangler trying to fight back with a wounded race car? But it's Christensen with the runner-up spot, but it's all allowing Corinna to run away from this one with 3 laps to go. The gap now 1.6 seconds over Spangler and Christensen. Man, Spangler, a rough time in corner entry, but able to regain it on corner exit.
Spangler not going away, man. This time by 2 laps to play here at the Knoxville Raceway. Give it to the high side banger. And he's doing just that, going up there, banging the chocolate chips. Can he seal all Christensen? Not this time. Marty coming to 1 lap to go.
Look at the way he's dominated. I've never seen somebody dominate Knoxville quite like Patrick Spangler. Final lap now underway for Ross Corinna. The boss of the Phantom Velocity Race Design, number 10, making its way off the turn number 4. The first driver locked into the Knoxville Nationals. Ross Corinna gets it done. Turn of the winner, Patrick Spangler will finish second. Jeremy Christensen third, Cole Katz fourth, David Campbell fifth, Ryan Elsie sixth, Jeff Barker seventh, Armando Mongoza is eighth, and Steve Maurer finishes in ninth. But a great start here to the evening. As Corinna able to get it done, started from the 4th position, did not have a good time trial, so do a victory lap. And you will pose in victory lane alongside the rest of your top 3. There you see how they finish. Corinna wins by 2 seconds, the margin of victory. Everyone except Maurer were able to complete all 20 laps. So we'll talk with Spangler in just a moment. And again, prelim night 1 underway with qualifying heat races set to begin momentarily. But we will talk to Corinna first if he does join in. We'll talk with him right now. Ross, it's Marty. You got a copy?
Yep.
All righty, man. Nice race car, starting from 4th to 1st. You're in the show officially. Take us through that pass on Spangler.
Yeah, I don't. I guess I'm not really sure. Normally I don't know if he was broke or what, but it kind of took me a little bit by surprise there. It seemed a little easy, and that's normally not what you get from Spangler. So like I said, I don't know if he was broke or what going on, unless he had too much fuel or, I mean, something seemed goofy there, but yeah, I guess I'll take it.
Where was your car feeling good compared to everybody else?
To be honest with you, I kind of felt good right above the slick there. Kind of had to pick my spots there early on in the race. Didn't want to try to throw a slider on someone and take out the guy in front of the person I was sliding. So kind of thought maybe I could try doing that cut down. And I think at one point Jeremy and Andy might have slid each other, and I think used the cut down to get around 1 or 2 of them at that time. And once I got around them, I was able to reel in Spangler there. So yeah, no, car felt good, kind of all over the place. So
well, definitely a great run for you. Who do you want to give shout outs to?
Yeah, Phantom Motorsports guys, Spencer Putney for the setup, Velocity Race Design for the wraps, you guys up in the booth for putting on the show, and everybody at Coast to Coast for putting on this event. And then first and foremost, just want to thank the veterans that are in this race. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for them.
All righty, man. We'll let you go. Great job, and best of luck throughout the week.
Thank you.
Ross Corinna, your race winner. And because our heat races officially don't begin until 7:30 tonight, Eastern Time, we will talk with Patrick Spangler. He is with Zach.
Mr. Highside Banger, boy, oh boy, that race got a little too exciting for you, I'd say. You led the early half of that thing. then fell back, then got in the wall pretty hard. It looked like that right front was dang near broken off. How did it feel for you the last 8 or 9 laps? It looked like that was a pretty wild ride.
Yeah, I'm surprised it was still on there, but yeah, it was fun. Fun racing, clean battle there with Jeremy. I hate Ross gave me a false sense of hope in the qualifying. He was quick. I had nothing for him there in the feature.
Yeah, I mean, this basically, I was kind of talking about that earlier. I mean, Jeremy, even in third place, you guys don't really want to have to use this race. I mean, you'll take the spot if you need to, but I mean, you plan to race your way in. More or less, you're kind of using this as a test. Did you learn anything? I mean, we clearly saw Ross is going to be quick. So, do you have any changes you can make? There may be some tweaks you can do to get this thing a little bit quicker here for the feature.
Yeah, qualifying seemed good tonight, but everything else seemed not so good. So it's always hard to try and get these 20-lap races because the track's not really that slick, and then you have to try and guess where the gas is because you can't really grid and see where it is. So if you didn't pre-plan, it was pretty tough to gauge. Like I think I had 30 laps worth of fuel in there. I was like, I guessed wrong. So yeah, take qualifying as a plus, and plus that even with a somewhat broken car. I can still keep under control, but hopefully you just get faster. Go tomorrow night, so hopefully I'll keep the momentum going.
Well, hell of a job out there, Patrick. Congrats on the P2. Before you give your thank you to everybody, we'd like to say thank you, man. Thanks for all that you do. We appreciate it, and glad that you could finish P2 in the volunteers race. So hell of a job. Pat yourself on the back, Patrick, and I'm sure you got some thank yous you want to give out as well.
Yeah, just you and Marty for the awesome broadcast, everything you guys do for the league, and got Marty back for this week. Jack, Jeff, and Dean for running the league and everything they do to put on these events and keep the league running. Everybody for coming out. I think we had over 50 entries for this week, so that's cool. Mike Westbrook family and the foundation, and just everybody. Hopefully, we can get good, clean racing and make it exciting this week.
We'll keep on slinging it, man. Good luck the rest of the way, brother.
Thanks.
All right, there goes Patrick Spangler, our runner-up finisher. Let's go to Jeremy Christensen, our third-place finisher. Jeremy, what a battle between you and Patrick there in those final laps. Take us through it. Jeremy, you got us?
Yep. Hey, how's it going?
There we go. Hey, we're good, man. Hey, take us through that battle between you and Patrick. It was a great final few laps to watch.
Yeah, it was fun. I think he was driving a half-broke car, but it was fun to feel like I could keep up with him a little bit, and we went slider for slider in the corners and stuff. And Ross, he was gone. So, it was fun. Definitely need to find some speed here if I'm gonna compete. So,
what'd you learn early in this one as you progressed throughout the week?
Well, I think I have a pretty decent base. I don't know if I overfueled my car quite a bit for a 20-lap race there, so I think I had 6 gallons left over at the end of that one, and then didn't really adjust too much from the qualifying set other than adding fuel. So I don't know. I think that there's a lot of wear going to be put on the track over the next couple of nights, so I don't know if you can really take much from a 20-lap race when it's really early and tacky track to help you later, but maybe in the heat. But I don't feel like I learned a whole lot as far as that goes.
Well, a great run for you, man. Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Well, just thank Dino and everybody at Coast to Coast for putting this league on, putting this charity race on, and thanks Shaggy TV for broadcasting, and welcome back, Marty. And yeah, that's all I got.
All right, well, we'll let you go. Great job, and best of luck in throughout the week, all right?
All right, thank you, fellas.
It's Jeremy Christensen. We'll step aside, go to break. We'll check in what's going on with the stream in just a moment. Stay with us.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, the flying fry.
When Steve died, the outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized, no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive. So having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
It's the truth that in love and war, worlds collide and hearts get broken. I wanna live like I know I'm dying. Take up my cross, not be afraid. Is it true what they say? The words are weapons, and if it is, then everybody best stop stepping. 'Cause I got 10 in my pocket that'll bend you, lock it. I'm tired of all of these. Why can say come with me? Wait, it's just about to break. It's more than I can take. Everything's about to change. I feel it in my veins. It's not going away. Everything's about to change. Creeps in like a thief in the night, without a sign, without a warning. We are ready and prepared to fight. Raise up your swords, don't be afraid. Is it true what they say? The words are weapons, and if it is, then everybody best stop stepping. 'Cause I got 10 in my pocket that'll bend you, lock it. I'm tired of all of these. Why can say come with me? Wait, it's just about to break. It's more than I can take. Everything's about to change. I feel it in my veins. It's not going away. Everything's about to change. There's a war going on inside of me. To not be afraid. There's a war going on inside of me.
Corner here. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Sam Bachman.
Beating down the outside, give the win to Patrick Spangler.
Four, not enough. Jack Hit gets the win here at Eldora tonight.
Jackie trying to counter, won't get there. Dino wins in the 358.
Flag waves, give it to the Samaconda, Sam Bachman.
Trevor Guru got the flag in sight, and he will get the victory here.
Door shut, final time off of 4. Christensen takes the checkered flag.
And it's a close race. It's going to be Shreves getting the win with Grammy.
Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves, give it to Gavin Chatham. Light some fireworks for the 007. Brockman brings home the win. The Iceman brings home the win. Give it to Chad Griggs.
Thank you to all of our sponsors.
When Steve died, the outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized, no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
Yes, Steve's death is the reason the foundation exists, but it's Steve's life, and it's the lives of racers everywhere, is the reason we're able to do the work we do.
It's the truth that in love and war, worlds collide and hearts get broken. I won't live like I know I'm dying. Take up my cross, not be afraid. Is it true what they say? The words are weapons, and if it is, then everybody best stop stepping. 'Cause I got 10 in my pocket that'll bend your lock, and I'm tired of all of these walkers saying, come with me. Wait, it's just about to break. It's more than I can take. Everything
outside. Give the win to Patrick Spangler. He
Four, not enough. Jack hit, gets the win here in Eldora tonight.
Jackie trying to counter, won't get there. Dino wins in the 358.
flag waves. Give it to the Samaconda. Sam Bachman.
Trevor Garou got the flag in sight, and he will get the victory here.
Door shut. Final time off of 4. Christensen takes the checkered flag.
And it's a close race. It's going to be Shreves getting the win with Grammy.
Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Give it to Gavin Chatham. Light some fireworks for the 007. Brockman brings home the win. The Iceman brings home the win. Give it to Chad Griggs.
Back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and we are actually having some technical difficulties here on iRacing. So the screen's going to be frozen here for just a couple of minutes while we quickly restart iRacing. But so we get set to go here, Zach. What are we looking forward here to tonight in prelim night number 1? I'd have to assume some of the drivers that we saw moments ago in the Vets and First Responders race learned a lot.
Well, yeah, I'm actually, so this is a learning process for me. I should know this, as everybody knows. I've been around for a long time, but everybody out here listening, you've probably been hanging around the league for a while. You all know my unfortunate bad luck. I had a stroke a couple months ago. So this is a real question I'm actually asking Marty while we fill time. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to answer my own question because I'm going to get my memory back. Using the Knoxville Nationals point system.
Yes.
Okay, so now, okay, that makes it really interesting. So everybody going to come out here qualifying. You know, some of these guys, Marty, you know, and we won't point the finger at anybody, but some of these guys have mastered qualifying maybe 10th or 12th. That way they can kind of, you know, nail the invert spot like we like to do in Coast to Coast. Well, that's not going to do you any favors here. You want to get P1. You want those 200 points, man. You know how much. I mean, the one year I did this and made the Knoxville Nationals, I think I qualified 4th. I got super lucky and just nailed the bottom when the bottom was good. And, I mean, I qualified for the show just off my qualifying alone. You know, I barely made the feature, finished in the back. I mean, you know, Marty, this qualifying time with how many points you get, it can be absolutely huge. So you need to go out there. You need to make your mark right away. It's going to be tough if you qualify, you know, 15th or below to make an A main.
Let's set the scene on how the format works. It starts things off with qualifying, where 200 points are awarded for the quick time. The top qualifiers just a little bit. But then you have the heat races where 100 points are awarded to every heat winner, going down by 3 for each position, and the heats are inverted by 8, which sets up the best racing of the week. Top 4 finishers as normal will go to the A main. And then a B main if necessary, with the feature set for 25 laps tonight. A main points will be the same as time trials, 200 to win, 198 for second, 2 points on back. So the highest you can get a perfect score is 500. Top 16 in combined points for Wednesday and Thursday. Correction, not top 20. They are locked into Thursday's A main. I'm reading off of what's off of the Knoxville website, so. And then it'll be lined up the rest via alphabet soup on Saturday. Let us know who you're rooting for in the chat. And we'll check in with you all throughout the night as we look forward to a great week. It is the Summer of Money, of course, as well, for the World of Outlaws. They had the Kings Royal 2 weeks ago. And big congratulations to Anthony Macri on that. Of course, they were in my hometown of, or my home state of New York yesterday, or last weekend, I should say. Sheldon Hodenshield winning Saturday night, David Gravel winning Sunday night. And Sunday was a fun race to watch. 35 laps, caution free. Although I was watching more of, how the local guys were doing, honestly. But I did keep an eye on those guys up here in the front as well.
Didn't you have one Empire Super Sprint driver up there?
There were a bunch of ESS drivers in the show. A couple of guys from Osh Weekend too. But had a CRSA driver in the show. He also runs with ESS too. So yeah, a couple of them did. So I can tell you who. For those that were wondering about the results last night. We had Poirier, the series champion, the ESS champion, was in it. Jordan Thomas, let's see, who else? Dalton Brombo, amongst the Holly Colagiovanni too, Zach Sabaka.
That Poirier, I think that was a Glenn Stires ride too, wasn't it?
It was not, no.
Oh, okay.
Poirier, though, is from the Quebec area, so. And of course, the night before, you had guys like Matt Farnham make the show. I'm trying to see who else here. Larry White, Alex Terrian too. I forgot about him earlier on. So, but a lot of locals making the show. Of course, I know it's completely different for you, Zach, with you being from Pennsylvania, because it's more of a local battle. That is the Outlaws versus the Posse.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some, I should say, I don't know, I can't think of his name. Who is the kind of the side announcer for the High Limit? Not Chase, but the other guy.
Blake Anderson.
Oh, that's right. Okay, he was kind of saying, I guess you don't count Brent Marks' PA Posse anymore. I do, okay?
He's from Pennsylvania, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll always count them, but, you see some guys kind of branch out, do the big thing. It's like Logan Schuhart. I'll always consider him from PA. And speaking of Logan, I mean, his heart was broken twice in your state, man. I mean, he's leading those things at the halfway point almost both nights and finishes, P3 in both. That had to be a tough drive home there for Logan.
Logan is a great guy. I've met him. I've met a lot of his crew, and just about the head guy at Shark Racing for him. They are incredible people. I always enjoy it. They're some of the first people I wanted to see when the series was up in the checking in here. Yes, Megan, it is Shaggy and I you are hearing. So Jason Butterfield checking in. Jack Hitt says the best broadcast duo in the business. I don't think you and I have worked a race together since we did the Dirt Car Esports show at Outdoor, which, that kind of reminds me, I do want to talk about something as well in just a moment. And that race we had with the late models, the finish was a banger.
Oh, yeah, man. Adam Regal does an amazing job over there with the Dirt Car Esports. That's only going to get bigger and bigger. And, we got another show coming up here in a little bit, don't we with that, Marty? About a month and a half, I believe.
Well, it is a part of the door prizes here. Let me see if I can find, is it this one? Nope, that's the schedule. Here we go. Yeah, so these are the door prizes as of today. Special thanks to them all. We'll go in order here on this list from top to bottom. Your home track, Babs Motors Speedway, giving away 2 free general admission tickets. Colton, if you've never met the promoter or the GM there, he does an incredible job with that facility. You gotta go check it out. GA Babs putting up 2 free GA tickets. Velocity Race Design with a free wrap-up for grabs. Dirt Car Esports, as you brought up, a free entry to the Empire State Showdown Big Block event. That time is to be announced. Grand Slam Graphics with a free wrap. Andrew Regal, RPES, with a free membership to their 305 Sprint League. And then Just Racing Boys Designs with a free wrap, and same for Regal Designs. Addison Bowman Racing, a racing team in New York, they're awarding $12 to the 5th place finisher in Hard Knocks who doesn't make the show anyway, $5 to the 12th place finishers in each preliminary night, and Thursdays give them all for their support. As we continue to watch the action, maybe wait for some other drivers as well. And if you're in this heat and you're just watching and not the iRacing server, we kind of need you for the show to go on. Randy says, trying to get it if my PC lets me. Well, we see it connected. So that's a good thing, Joseph. So let's chat with some drivers while we were at it. Why not? Let's see who we can bring in here. Top to bottom.
Yeah, not a lot of guys hang out in Discord anymore for us.
Yeah. But now that it's Cherry Week and out here, they kind of want to take advantage of it.
Is that Brandon Dittmer? You should grab him. I haven't seen him in this Discord. Oh my God, forever.
I found another guy. He'll be next. I brought another guy I want to bring in. You'll recognize this name. What's up, Connor, Marty, and Zach in the booth? You got a copy? Oh boy.
How's it?
Hey, there he is. Alrighty, man. First off, it's been a long time since we talked to you. What you been up to?
Not much. Just a busy week on the road, I guess, with the Outlaws in town on this weekend, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's for Thomas. And then went back home and relaxed, and then hit the road for Reed Sport and for DJ Christie there for the Saturday show, and rolled back home around 2 a.m. and no sleep.
Hold the hell up. You were at Weed Sports Sunday and I didn't know?
Yeah, Mark, you've seen me about 100 times, but I don't think you know what I actually look like. I see you, I'm like, that's Marty, but you're always busy, so I don't want to bother you.
Here's the thing. When you work in sprint car racing for a living as well, or specifically on the lower side, and like all your sprint car buddies show up for the same race, you're kind of just about shooting the business down the entire race.
No, 1,000%. You're not wrong.
So, how's the great sprint bed for you so far? I believe that you're still running that, right? Or am I thinking something else?
Yeah, we are. We struggled a little bit this year just with some setup things, and I know what I got to change going through the last half of the season on this weekend, and we got down to Utica Rome once, which was pretty fun, and yeah, we haven't had a bad season, but we did really well last year at the end of the year when we went down to Brighton, so we're hopefully we can continue that and do that again this year.
I gotta ask, because a couple of weeks my series is going to be at Can-Am. Are you making a trip to Can-Am in a couple of weeks?
Unfortunately, no. We're a little different than the CRSA, but I want to talk to Mike Stelzer what it would be to rent a ride for the night. Me and Mike's known me since I was a baby, so I might have to shoot him a text.
Yeah, I'm sure Helter Stelter will hook you up. But anyway, let's get away from that. Let's talk about this week. Excuse me there. The soda's getting me. What's the game plan for tonight? Obviously, you're racing for points instead of racing for a top spot to make it in the show.
Yeah, you just got to pass cars. You got to qualify good, race good. You essentially just want to win everything. And you know you'll be sitting in a good spot, but no, we got to keep the nose clean first and foremost, and just race your race. But you got to get points. That's a huge deal.
Alrighty, man. Well, who do you want to give shout-outs to before we let you go?
I got to shout out Shaggy TV and Mobile One, Glen Stires Racing, Brighton Speedway, and the Shop Tire and Auto, Ponderosa Nature Resort, Howden Media Group, Executive Bookkeeping Services, and you guys for putting on the broadcast. Everybody from coast to coast for putting this on. This is an awesome week.
Alrighty, man. You got to get qualifying. Good luck to you, alright?
Thank you.
Alrighty. That is Connor Ross in the number 35 as he gets set to go. It's qualifying time. We'll focus on the first driver that makes their way out onto the speedway, and we'll watch Jeremy Christensen in the DAV number 16. Again, 200 points for quick time. 200 points per position. You only have 2 minutes to put up 2 laps. Number 16 will set the bar if we see anybody in purple pop up by lap number 1. Trevor Frank, 15.515. Joseph Grandy goes 15.448. Ted York in the purple. He goes to the top, but then Elton Ford to the top. 15.368. Dean Reynolds to the 79. Quick time at a 15.347. Joseph Grandy trying to answer it back for him on lap number 2, and he puts it quickest. 15.282. This track is getting fast, fast, fast. Here comes Mason Hine off for turn number 4 in car number 89. His lap number 2 time is slower. 15.417 on lap number 2. Here comes Chad Griggs, a past champion of the Knoxville Nationals. Lap number 1 of the purple all around. Just put him to the top. You bet. 15.188. 15.188 for Chad Griggs. And Griggs is purple in sector 1 on lap number 2. Is he going to go faster? He has a chance to go faster. Oh my gosh, he did. 15.161 for Griggs. He has got that dog in him. It's only night number 1. Connor Ross coming across the start-finish line for lap number 2. He's 14th quickest. Actually, check that 10th quickest. 15.462 his time on lap number 2. So qualifying is in the books. We won't have a B main this evening. And now we invert the top 8. Going to be 2 heats, 10 each this evening. And again, top 4, actually not top 4, everybody qualifies into the feature this evening. So let's get to the lineup here for heat race number 1. As having some technical difficulties, 1 moment. This will happen from time to time. See if that works. I think we gotta wait for it to, like, for everybody to grid up before we go. Let's try this. Gonna get it here. There we go. Okay. Barry Goldner starts on the pole position in car number 36 with Trevor Frank on the outside in the 121. Row number 2, it's Armando Melgoza in the 78 with Ted York next to him in the 09. Row 3, Scott Thomason in the number 6, or Thomas, excuse me. Alton Fourth next to him in the 61. Row number 4, Mason Hine in car number 89. To the outside is Chad Griggs in the 27. Final row, it's Cool Cat. Cool Cat's in the 7, and Jonathan DeHofchen in the 088. Again, we invert the top 8 for take the green. Of course, Griggs is going to be the driver to watch out for this evening. Zach, who else are you keeping your eyes on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's going to be the guy. If he can get up there from 8th to 1st, he wants to get those maximum points. He's going to go for it. But Teddy York outside of row number 2. Don't be surprised if he can sneak up there, maybe get a spot or 2. Ted York might be a guy to keep your eye on. He could be an outside shot to make the feature tonight.
Alrighty, here we go. Winner on the pole for the heat race. And again, 100 points for heat wins and 3 points on back. First heat race of the Knoxville Nationals, the 360 Knoxville Nationals is green. Contact already between Frank and Barry Golder, the 36 hanging on for dear life with 3 wide, the 78. Oh, Chad Griggs up on the wall, the 27. Griggs
That's what the rest of the field needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what the rest of the field needed, not what Chad Griggs did. And Marty, this is only 8 laps. Chad's going to have 6 to go this time around coming off before. He's got to go quick.
Everybody makes the feature. And if he doesn't gain a bunch of spots. He'll have to hope for that fast time. Oh, look out, Mason High! Horrendous crash! Side over side, end over end. Wow. Cole Katz upside down as well, the 7. Jonathan DeHofchen with damage. Melgoza got a piece of it as well. Just with a doctor order for the 27. Hang on, Chad. 5 up and 5 down. Griggs catches the berm for just a moment. Trevor Frank, your race leader. Ted York starting to close in on him. 3 laps to go this time by. We will watch the replay in just a moment on the extremely wild ride that Mason High took in that 89.
And the hot dog's starting to get warm up front, though, Marty. Here comes the teddy bear. 2 laps to go. Frank, you better turn it up.
Side by side nearly. Ted York trying to get a run. And Trevor Frank, that 121 on board with the 09. Flag in the air, final lap of Heat 1. Who's going to start off pole tonight? 4-hour prelim feature. York trying to get a run off at turn number 2. I don't think it's going to work. Trevor Frank defensive line at turns number 3 and 4, and it's going to pay off. Trevor Frank, your winner of Heat 1. Daniel in second, Chad Griggs third, Barry Wilder, Scott Zamas in fifth, Armando Melgoza sixth, followed by Tohofchen, Hine, Katz, and fourth.
Yeah, and if you look Chad Griggs in the eye there halfway through lap number 1 and told him you were going to finish P3, I think he'd have took every drop of that. That is a good recovery.
It's about to be a very wild ride for Mason High. Will bear with us on iRace. Oh my! Look at that. Nearly cleared the fencing too. So you can see how this started once again here, Zach. Watch the 61 of 4. See how he just, all 4 wheels are completely over the berm. They're on the bottom. Just completely slows the car up. And Mason High is just an innocent bystander.
Yeah, not too sure if he entered into the corner early, to try to get out of the way of the guys and then just, carried in a little bit too much speed and came back on the track. Not sure what the exact thought was there, but man, that was tough there for everybody behind him. Wild ride.
And then we've got Katz here, the 7. Let's see what happened to him. So he already passes the flip car. Oh, contact with the 21, gets it sideways and a heavy impact, just like he did. And Tohofchen also flipped it too. And he pulled a Simone Biles and actually stuck the landing. Does it really? Look at that. There are flips, and then there are Knoxville flips. Lineup for heat race number 2 looks like this. Larry Moody starts out pole position, the 73. Jeremy Christensen on the outside of the 16. Row 2, the Moose, Joe Musso with an 028, with Connor Ross, Daddy's Money on the outside, the 35. Row 3, Tom Atlas in the 68, to the outside, Gentleman Jack Hitt in the 217. Row number 4, it's Dean Reynolds in the 79, to his outside, 100 grand, Joseph Grandy in the 518. Your final row has Dominic Pfeiffer in the 40 and Jacob Morris in the 411. Final heat race. Everybody transfers 100 points for a heat win. Green flag is out. Johnson in the 73. Richardson following him. Ross behind in third. Joe Musso passing Jacket. To the 4th spot. Lap 1 in the line goes to Larry Moody.
Grandy already up 2 spots, Marty, using the outside. He's coming quick. I don't know if he'll have enough time to get there, though. This heat race seems to be, I don't want to jinx him, but a lot cleaner there than heat race number 1. There's Dino makes a big move into 1.
How about Jack in at 12-2-18? He's already up in position. Usually make the slider stick on it. Joe Musa, but Grandy is coming on both of their tails. We're 3 laps completed this one. out of 68 as well. Vant, let's try and make a run, but Jack Head, quickest car on the track, to 15.61. Now Grady forces it 3 wide in the battle for fourth, Zach. Oh, look out! Oh, that's going to be ugly for Joseph Grady. Heavy flip, heavy impacts all around. They're still wrecking. Now it's head flipping side over side in the 218.
Now, where did Jacob Morris come from, Marty?
Oh, they're still
wrecking.
wrecking. Connor! Is that head flipping again? Who is that? I think head flipped 2 times. What is it with these Knoxville crashes? 2 laps to go. Mooney still leads. Atlas second. Reynolds third. Pfeiffer fourth. Morrison fifth. These were drivers that started here in the back going to get valuable heat points here, Zach.
Yeah, and they needed it after the rough qualifying effort. That's absolutely huge. Larry Moody's easily going to walk away with this one. Final time down the backstretch, but the battle for third is on. Pfeiffer could get Dino. Dino going to protect.
Checkered flag waves here. Larry Moody, the winner. Battle for second at the end. It's Atlas, then Reynolds, Pfeiffer, Morris, Christensen. And now we'll break down as they'll warm up here for, we'll keep it with you here instead and look at all the carnage that broke out in Heat 2. What's this?
I had to jinx him, Marty. I said it was going clean. I had to jinx him.
Shaggy jinx. I hope you don't do that at McGrew.
Dude, I literally have this year. Oh, it was terrible.
Boy. Okay, so they are going to do a consolation. So this will be extra practice for some drivers here, I would have to expect. But while we wait for that. Oh my God. That is one of the worst impacts I've ever seen a sprint car take at Knoxville, real or virtual. So this started with some netcode contact between Musso and Head, and Grady just that's worse than a sledgehammer shot. That's like an airplane coming at you.
Yeah, Grady's going to be happy we're running this B main with him starting at the tail. Have time to make up some much-needed spots for this feature. He doesn't want to have to come from the tail.
And again, extra practice the drivers are getting here. So Connor, trying to take advantage, he catches Christensen, then watch it in the 217. He gets hit by Musso in the 68. And then somebody else flipped in turn number 3. Was it Musso? It was who went upside down. And he's Simone Biles lands it. All right, we are 1 lap to green here. And this is the lineup for the B main. Again, the drivers here will get some extra practice. Scott Tomasin on the pole position here with Jacob Morris, the outside, the 411. Row number 2, Armando Malgoza in the 78, Jeremy Christensen in the 16 next to him. Row 3, Jonathan Hofchin in the 088, and Joe Musso with the 028. Row number 4, Alton Forth in the 61, next to Gentleman Jacket in the 217. Mason Hine, Connor Ross, Cole Katz, Joseph Grady. That's the field of 12 here for our B main. Consolation here, set to go down at Knoxville. By Thomas Tomasin into 6th, leads the opening lap. 3 wide near the back here, Zach, though. As Hofchin caught the burn for a moment, nearly clips the 518. Stacked them up near the front, moves them over the wall. Hang on, everybody. Oh, it's going to get ugly here for one. That's Morris in the 60, in the 411 correction. Started back in 2nd, and the right front is gone.
Yeah, it started with original netcode coming out of 2 when he just never really got it up. It's a big deal. It looks like netcode is going to be able to race here tonight. So the guys need to realize that. Maybe give each other a little bit extra room, but oh, speaking of, there goes Brandy. He loses it off
It's
the
from
two.
bad to worse for the 518. And I don't know if they were trying to chase that to Hofgen, who I believe spun again. Or not, but regardless of that, Mason Hyde making moves in the 89 after his wild flip he took and he raced number 1. Slides there on Conrad, 5, trying to counter back with Christian on track. Jack in trying to rebound after his heat flip, Zach.
He's got it up to P3, and he's got plenty of time to go get more. Coming to 4 laps to go, the gentleman. Sniffing low here. He's got the whole bottom of the racetrack if he can get it to work, but he likes the top side through 1 and 2. Can he diamond off and pull even? Not this time. He's going to fall
Brady's crashed again near the same spot. I don't believe he flipped it, though.
Christensen's awful close. We got the top 3 under a blanket, Marty. This is going to get good here.
Here we go for the race lead. Jeremy Christensen to the point. And the number 16 finished third in the Benson first responder. Triple threat match for the win with 2 laps to go. See what Gentleman Jack Hick can do. Slide job, but he's got to give Christensen the lane or else he'll go down and clear them. Final lap underway here in the B-main. Jack Hick, Jeremy Christensen, or how about Scott Thomason? Big crossover by Jeremy Christensen. The 16 gonna have the advantage, or will he? Slide job by Christensen. Jack Hick with one last shot on drag race the line. Give it to Christensen. By 900ths of a second on Hick. Wow. That was a lot. So let's see if we can break down what happened with Grandy here. Oh, he just looked at, I think he knew he was out of luck there. And just called it. What happened with Hofgen? Zing got caught by the 61, lost the front wing. Tried to hang on. Oh! Darted back across the racetrack after hitting an opening that iRacing closed on him. Let's ride on board and I want to see what he hit. Oh yeah, that's closed up. Look out, official. Thank goodness for barriers. I've been there before, too, as a media guy. I know those moments. Just like what that iRacing official's feeling. So, I do, though, and Joseph's going to kill me for doing this. I know he will. I do want to show you what it looked like from his perspective. And, folks, if you're one that suffers from motion sickness, you may want to turn away. All right, this is for the gyro cam. Well, we did get a nice view of Joseph on iRacing. Well, we got his lips. This is a man. That's a man that is, I don't know how he's feeling. What do you think he's feeling, Zach?
Probably just wants it to all go away. He's ready for this feature to start. That's what he's thinking about. He doesn't want us to talk about it anymore.
Somewhere in the coast-to-coast racing league now, somebody is making a meme.
Chad Griggs, though, right now. If you have your leaderboard popped up, I don't know, maybe you do. He's the only guy with a 15-second lap. I mean, it's a high 15, but that's intimidating. There, Mason Hahn got it. 15.96. There's somebody else of the same caliber.
Dean Reynolds in the 1604. Heading for the 1604 terminal right Randy says his eyes would be closed. Well, hey, your profile guy, whatever, the avatar, his eyes were open. So he's got more guts than you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. We ready for a feature, Zach?
As ready as we're going to get, Marty.
All right, let's meet the field here. Give me tonight's starting lineup for 25 laps here at the Knoxville Raceway. On the pole for tonight, it's Trevor Frank in car number 121. To the outside, Larry Moody in the 73. Row number 2, Ted York in car number 09. To the outside, it's Tom Atlas in the 68. The third row this evening has Chad Griggs in the number 27. To the outside, it's Dean Reynolds in the 79. Row 4, Barry Goldner in the 36 and Dominic Pfeiffer in the 40. Rounding out your top 10, Jeremy Christensen in the 16 and Gentleman Jack Hitt in the 217. Row number 6, that is Scott Tomasin in the 6 and Daddy's Money, Connor Ross in the 35. Row 7, Mason Hine in car number 89 with Armando Melgoza to the outside in the 78. Row 8, Alton fourth in car number 61 with the Cool Cat, Cole Katz starting 16th in the 7. Row 9, the Moose, Joe Musso in the 028 and 100 Grand, Joseph Grandy in the 518. Final row this evening, Jonathan DeHoffgen in the 088 and Jacob Morris in the 411. All right, Zach, it's night number 1. Picks to win this evening.
Well, it'd be crazy if we're both not taking that car starting P5, Marty. So I'm gonna let him go though. I'll go with somebody else here. I really do think the guy starting P1 has a chance. Trevor Frank has shown me a lot on Monday nights, and I think he can put it all together here tonight. Trevor Frank, watch out for the hot dog.
Alrighty, you'll go with Frank. If we're gonna go with anybody but Chad Griggs, I'm gonna keep an eye on Dino here in the 79, starting 6th. He has impressed a lot of people lately in iRacing, and could be a good chance for him to get it done and get a really good position to start in Thursday night's 50-lap championship feature. Field paces the way here through turns number 3 and 4. iRacing pace car is on pit road as we say, where else would you rather be than right here, right now? Sit back, relax, and enjoy. It's time to get it on. Contact already, and the wall goes the 73 of Moody, and the top wing is gone. Caution flag wave. Sounds like there was a crash already from Tohofjan as well in the 088. A couple of things to look back at here. We'll start with Tohofjan. Contact off of Musso and got really sideways. This is what we want to see. Larry Moody. Touches the tire of Ted York, just about came down. I'm not too sure. Keeping it up there, holding the brake and not coming down to anyone, which could have been a whole lot worse. I'm over with Moody. Yeah, you knew. I don't know how you can look at it differently, but it's just Zach, drivers fighting for the same piece of real estate.
Yeah, Ted comes up a little bit when he sees Chad Griggs tucked below, and, you know, he's trying to give Chad room and runs out of a little room up top. It did look like a little bit in net code, you know, maybe there was a little bit of space, but I think they were going to make contact if the net code didn't happen. It looked like Ted was still heading up the hill. A tough break for Larry Moody, who did already disconnect, but he doesn't have to give up, man. Hopefully we'll see him for Hard Knocks on Wednesday night.
Be either Hard Knocks for Larry Moody or we're trying to eat some soup. Well, I don't know. You can't really eat soup. What do you do with soup? Do you eat it? Do you slurp it? Do you slip it?
I was just trying to think about that, Marty. Do you eat soup or do you drink? I would say you eat soup personally. I didn't think you said anything wrong, but it does sound weird now that you're talking about it.
What do you do with soup? You could turn into a full sometimes AI doesn't work. All right, let me shut up. Back to green here. 1 lap into the books. Original start with the exception of Moody. Oh, look out! What a wheelie! And what a wild ride for Scott Tomasin in the 6th. Top wing is damaged. Oh, and another wild ride. 1 car upside down. That's the 28. That was Musso that takes the wild ride there as we're back to yellow.
Yeah, it looked like Tohofagen just kind of drove it in there deep into 3. He gets sideways and catches the 7, and then he goes up the hill a little bit, catches the 28, and they just both go for rides.
Let's start with Tomasin here in the 6. Right in front, just off the left rear, and I thought he was going to flip there. Steering already, see the left front's already broken. That time 7. He was just hanging off the light. This is the cause of the yellow officially. Watch yourself. Off the pace, avoid everything. The Hoffman catches the 7. Net goes to the 28 car. Right on board Musso. A lot of net code I'm seeing here tonight on iRace. I don't know what the issue is. On board with Cole Cats. Watch Tomasin here. Yeah. Oh, that was a net code as well. I can't believe that car did not flip.
Man, I knew that Dominic Pfeiffer's car. I was looking at it real close, Marty. A lot of those sponsors are around me. I did a quick little Facebook search of the guy. He's from Dover, PA. Me and him are like 15, 20 minutes away from each other.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I guess we'll see another coast-to-coast meetup probably next week. Back to green. Only completed 2, if not 3 laps at the moment. Trevor Frank holds serve, and look who's already up to the 6th spot. Oh, look at that. Big one. Grandy upside down. Musso to Hoffgen and more. Wow. It is a full moon on a Monday night in Knoxville. Oh, it started up front. Musso. Oh, big air for Grandy. Third flip for the day.
Christensen gets in the back of Atlas going into turn 1, and it's right in front of the whole field. They're running, I believe, 6th and 7th.
Let's watch another angle. Stop piling in.
No, but it's really opened it up. You know, you could have had some bad luck early if you stuck around. If you hung, in the whole time, you're still in this thing. Anybody can go bring it home. I mean, thinking about Mason Hine, he had some bad luck early. That 89 still is up 5 spots even after having to go down pit road and sees himself up in 8th. And Mason, he was one of the guys, if you remember, in the 15 seconds there out there in the lap time. So Mason Hine has some speed if he can just keep picking up these spots for free.
The Hofstra took a wild ride too. It's just right foot was on the gas the entire time, trying to avoid it, and then nowhere to go. So this will be single file, and it would not surprise me if it goes single file the rest of the way through. We'll see. That is at race control's discretion. back to green. That's the single file restart. Right to the fire first. 3B. York, right, racing to the 2 spot. Again, and Tomasin, another tumble. Here's what happened.
Man, it's bad net code tonight, Marty.
That was another impact from Barry Goldner, and he's just flipping down the entire back straightaway. 61 and 4th also involved. Here's another angle. Scott Tomasin's going to have nightmares tonight about the 36's right rear.
Yeah, and he even saw it coming. You can see him let out of the gas. You know, the nose or the front wing kind of lifts up in the air. But it's just a little bit of net code, and these guys got to understand that the net code, it's real tonight. It's serious. They have to leave a little bit of room. They have to account for it. It's not something that you want to have to do, but they're going to need to do it tonight.
Yeah, drivers may have to leave a lot more space compared to what they usually do here this evening. Reminder, we are back tomorrow. Night number 2 of qualifying, presented by Aces Up Sim Sports. If you missed your favorite driver tonight in the field, they'll be running tomorrow. Should mention as well, we forgot as well too, top 3 are getting money to end the night. Winner gets $25, second place 15, third place 10.
Wait, am I looking at this right? Did Ted York pass Chad Griggs? Is he in second right now? Is the green flag set the wave?
They did not come across the start-finish line, so it does remain. Griggs to try and get a run here. Wing to wing for second spot. Now Griggs is up to the 2 spot. Christensen in 5th. Griggs catches the ball for a moment. New York is still stuck at the bottom. This opens up the door for Dean Reynolds to try and grab the
Yeah, Dino's swinging it on the top shelf, and it looks like he's going to get it. The teddy bear not going to squeeze him, gives him plenty of room. But here comes Chad Griggs, high wide into 3. Diamonds off of 4. Marty, we got a battle for the lead.
And he just took it away with a 16:26 lap time. That's over a quarter of a second better than the lap time Trevor Fring ran. After a rough heat race for Trevor Fring, not able to get the 100 points he wanted, he's got a chance to get 200 more points and come out of tonight, I would have to assume, as the points leader to set up what night 2 would bring us.
And I believe, what, Marty, is that going to be night number 3, or do we do the scramble on night 4? But that's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to go great.
Yeah, we could set up the front row for Thursday night. Jack Hickman, Christensen meanwhile on the racetrack. Same with Ted York, a race for the 4th spot.
And Mason Hine not too far behind the gang, sitting there at 7th. He's trying to reel him in, but Jeremy Christensen, looking to throw it up there. Ted York not going away. He jumps the cushion and somehow keeps it out of the wall. Boy, oh boy, that was close there for the teddy bear.
The high side's starting to get risky. Cushion starting to thin out. It's not right now as bumpy as we'll see it on Thursday night, but it's starting to become that way as Jack Head takes the top. Barely edged out Hine to the 6th. We checked out the 4th. The 5th spot across the start finish line. Now clears the teddy bear. And now Hine tries to set his sights on Hine here for position number 6.
did he know he wants to stick it down on the
Caution.
bottom? He's under caution one more time.
It's Armando Malgoza flipping into the infield and taking out a safety truck. See what happened. See with the 61 of 4 for 2 balls. Just pulls it off the infield. Just caught the vermin. Rounding one. And then, to try to get things off the racetrack, he just did it a little bit too much off the racetrack. I think that may make the not top 10. Not as wild as what we saw a couple years ago at Lernerville, Zach, but...
Yeah, where they were hitting the eject button and flying off the racetrack.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can appreciate what Malgoza was trying to do. He was trying to keep it green.